So we finally have another villain from Spider-Man No Way Home. Only about 2 years after the fact. Was it worth the wait? Let's find out, huh? Let's get it. What is good, my peeps? It's the Ruckus back at you again with another Marvel Legends action figure review. We have zigzagged again back to the Spider-Man No Way Home quotation marks above the head retro wave. You see what we got before you. We have got a couple years after the fact, the Sandman from that film. And with the addition of the two deluxe figures, Doc Ock and the Green Goblin, we are another step closer to getting all of the villains from that film. We need two more. So maybe that'll happen for us. Anyway, you see what we got going on. It's the retro style packaging. It's got the artwork from the one of the posters from the film. You see the figure and his accessories. This is one of the few times we get a few accessories with a figure, so kind of happy about that. Turning to the rear, we have that poster artwork more in its glory. And of course, we have a little mini bio. Flint Marko stuck in sand form, must go with the flow to get himself back home. So here we've got Sandman out of packaging, and as you can see, he's well, molded in one color, a sandy brown, and he's got some dry brushing going on the back there to I guess give it a little distinctiveness. But other than that, that's what we have there. He of course has the photo reel for the head sculpt. When we get him a little closer up, we will see how well that that head sculpt is. So, but before we do that, let's take a look at the accessories close up. We've got a pair of giant grabby hands, and we also have extensions to go over, so that way his forearms are covered up. And then finally we have a set of grasping hands as well. Getting a look at that head sculpt, I'll give it yeah, looks pretty pretty doggone good there. Very nicely, especially considering that the Sandman in the film up until the end was basically just digitally rendered. This looks very nice, pretty accurate. But once again, it's as far as the rest is concerned, just the the entire figure is molded in sand. We've got you see some dry brush in there, dark dry brush in there on the lower torso. There's some on the upper torso, like around the rib cage area. And there's some on the chest too, very light, but it's there. And you got there on the thighs, the front of the thighs, turning to the back. Nothing at the bottom there, but there around the shoulder area in the back, you see we've got some nice wash going on the back and the rear of the shoulder area, so pretty nice. As far as the feet are concerned, you look at the feet and you can see that they are there's some sand. They're not just smooth shoes. They've got sand kind of sort of leaking from them, so that's a pretty nice touch. In terms of the articulation, he can look up that much, look down that much, pretty nice. He can rotate, and he can get some attitude going on there, so that's pretty nice. He can get a nice T-pose, and of course rotate 360. He can rear back Looks like that much. No butterfly joints, but that's decent. And as far as going forward, his hands can get that far. He's got the bicep swivel, double jointed elbows. He's got the swiveling wrists, and they do rotate horizontally on both sides. His torso articulations is all in a diaphragm. He can go forward that much, not that much at all. Back, a little bit better. Doesn't look good though when you go back. You see that right there? That's not good. It's pretty ugly. You can go side to side, and of course you get your rotation there too. As far as the splits, he can go about that far, splitting at the hips. He can kick 90, go back that much. He's got the thigh cut, double jointed knees right there. As far as the toe articulation goes, you could point that far forward, that far up. And he does have ankle pivot. And you know what time it is. Holes. Peg holes at the bottom of his feet. Here's Sandman with his big grabby hands. And yeah, you remove the existing hands, whichever ones you have on there, slide in those extensions, and then pop in the big hand so it looks as seamless as possible. And these hands are articulated. They do have the horizontal hinge, and of course they rotate. So you have a couple of more options there. And for a quick comparison, I'm not going to hold you guys long. We have got our, now I guess we can consider him MCU Sandman next to the comic version. This was also on a retro card, a real, true retro card paying homage to the 90s Spidey cartoon. We have Flint Marko himself, Sandman. So to quickly wrap this one up, the Marvel Legends Spider-Man No Way Home Sandman on retro card, if you want to call it that, is a pretty basic figure, but what do you expect? He's made of sand, so you know, one color with some dry washing on him. Very nice head sculpt. The digital the photo reel is definitely present. Very, very nice likeness. And yeah, we get some accessories there. We get 2 sets of hands, including these grabbies that I've got displayed right here, and some extensions to make them look correct. And you know, yeah, like I said, it's a basic figure. We got the torso articulation is all in the diaphragm, so we've got nothing at the waist at all. So it would have been nice if they included something at the waist. Obviously, it's a retro card, so the accessories that we got was the most that we could get. They could have done the deluxe route with our boy Flint here as well, and given him like you know, sand extensions for his legs to make it look like he's you know, in a half sand. You know, the lower half of his body would be sand and the upper half would be humanoid. That would have been a very, very, very nice effect. But we didn't get that, so it is what it is. Anyway, it's the third villain from the Spider-Man No Way Home film that we've gotten. Hopefully we can get the Lizard, and we can get Electro. Those would be very nice to round out the 5 villains that we received from that film. So one could hope. Anyway, if you like the video, please hit that thumbs up down below, and leave your comments on what you think about this figure and this particular wave in general. Subscribe if you haven't done so. Hit that bell if you want to be notified when I upload another video. So definitely do all of that. And once again, this has been the Sandman from the Spider-Man No Way Home, and technically from Spider-Man 2 or excuse me, Spider-Man 3 from back in the day. So just merging all of these multiversal characters into one. That is what the MCU saga is about these days, and this is what they do trying to get it done.